You see a man standing in front of you with a book, and he opens it up and begins to remind you of what happened last week.
I think that man.
If you remember anything of last episode, I'll sum it up in 4 words, and it was bloodbath at Butterskull Ranch. So the adventurers picked up on the east side of Coneyberry, a town that had been ransacked by a suspected orc band. As you leave town, you came across Petunia the cow grazing a few hundred feet off the Tribord Trail between Coneyberry and Butterskull Ranch. Rowan tried really hard to sneak up to the cow, to Petunia, but was spotted immediately. But the cow is unflappable and doesn't really pay him much attention. Off the record, there's a new show on Netflix called Man vs. Bee. It has Rowan Atkinson in it, and it is what I imagine Scott to look like in about 30 or 40 years. Mr. Bean is looking pretty old.
Oh man,
you're wrong, Ryan. Because in 30 or 40 years, Scott is gonna look exactly.
He's gonna look exactly the same.
Exactly.
It's been put in the record.
All right. So the cow doesn't pay any attention to Rowan trying to sneak up on him. Me at first startles the cow, but shortly after grabs a handful of grasses and convinces Petunia to follow. You traveled to the east to Butterskull Ranch, where you came across cornfields and apple orchard, and could detect someone partying in the farmhouse. As you stealthily got closer, you could see that there appeared to be quite a few orcs in the farmhouse who were unaware of your approach and continue eating and drinking without any care. Chipunk approached the main door to the kitchen and knocked gently. When an orc answered, Chipunk phase shift murders the orc at the door and proceeds into the house. A melee ensues. There are rays of frost, flashes of blades, egregious insults, and giant phallic tentacles. Nom charms an orc who holds the door to the kitchen against his brethren's wishes.
That was so clutch.
That was pretty key.
That was like the most clutch thing of the whole fight.
you're welcome.
The orcs eventually turn on the charmed one, killing him and bursting into the kitchen, where they are met with a flurry of blades, spells, and daggers. One orc tried to exit through the door and is cut down by me. Another tries to escape through a window and is caught by Nom's spear. In the end, the band of orcs, 18 in total, are in ruins. The kitchen is a complete mess with blood everywhere, and the group begins to tend to their wounds and search the house for a sign of Big Al Calazorn. And here we are. You stand in the kitchen amongst 18 bloody corpses that have been cut,
Christ.
maimed, frozen, insulted. It's just a real mess in the kitchen.
What did I miss?
I'm gonna look
Man.
for a
Didn't you
block
watch last episode?
to.
No.
Oh man, it was a bloodbath. It was a bloodbath.
Sounds like it.
That's why I named it Bloodbath at Butterskull Ranch.
I'm gonna cast Unseen Servant and start prepping some orc steaks.
All right.
I'm
Are
gonna
you cooking them?
the blood
Cooking them on the Barbie here, or?
Oh, most likely. We'll just start collecting them for now. You know what? Yeah, let's try. There's like a stovetop or a fireplace. I can cook them. Yeah, let's crank that up. Flamethrower.
All right. You get a pretty serious fire going in the hearth.
Yeah. I want to start cooking the orc steaks.
Let's start just laying femurs and whatever else you can rip off of some of these orcs. into the fire.
Use the flamethrower to cook it to rare, medium rare.
That's good.
Did we loot this pile of bodies?
No.
We literally finished murdering them, and it was too late, so everyone went to bed.
It was super late.
It was, I think it was
a long
like
battle.
12:30 or like 12:45,
Like,
but we like pushed through it because there was only a couple orcs left. So as you wipe the blood from your blades, you look around at your fellow adventurers and decide that you will.
I think let's clear the rest of the house, make sure it's all safe. So
Good idea.
carefully work our way upstairs.
I'm gonna be busy cooking, so I'm down by the oven if you need me.
All
Just
right.
yell.
Nom is down by the oven. Which way are you going? I will. As you search this room, you notice there are stairs leading up.
Ryan, just to let you know, we're seeing. Never mind. I'm probably not scrolled over far enough.
Yeah. So to the right, middle.
Yeah, it's on the right in the middle.
I'm very smart.
SMRT.
Yeah.
Did I survive?
Yeah,
Yeah. Nobody died. There was some.
Yep.
There's some grievous wounds scattered
Oh.
around though.
You should double the enemies next time.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, it was.
God.
It was pretty close. Like the fact that Nom had the one orc holding the door stopped, I think, 5 or 6 from just like flooding into your back ranks.
It's
Yeah.
true. It's true.
Yeah.
It's where Hodor originated from, in case if you know the reference. Yeah, no, Kevin, if you enjoyed the hole digging episode as much as I did, you should definitely watch the last one.
I did. I played an integral role in digging the hole.
Yeah,
Digging that
no,
hole.
It's close to on par to that one.
Yo, no
I
spoiler.
expect to be on the edge of my seat.
Just remember, you can set YouTube to 2 times speed.
And then we talk like this.
Oh,
Let me
we
go
can
fast.
Scared of like this.
All right, I'm gonna yell over to me and say, "Me, go upstairs."
Why?
Why do you talk to yourself?
Whoa!
So good.
Oh, you
You
missed
have
out
a
on
voice
that,
thing?
Kevin, too.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Might be more orcs up there.
All right, I'll go upstairs too.
Bring
Trying
it
to
down,
Alright.
everyone.
Fuck you.
Which way are you guys
Where am
going?
I?
Through whoops. I guess I need this thing. Are you going through that direction?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll go over here.
So as you go into that door, you see a creaky wooden staircase ascending from here upstairs.
I don't like that
Hello?
you care what staircase. It could be terrible.
Any more Orcus?
You don't like that what?
I don't care. I don't like that you care, considering we think that all the orcs are done. Like,
Oh
this
boy.
point, it should just be tidy up.
No,
Yeah,
you gotta
Alright.
proceed with caution.
So I will drag you over to the upper level of the farmhouse. Guess Rowan could see a little more here. Going. I guess you could see this whole room. Alright, so you ascend the stairs, and before you is what appears to be a common room. Padded chairs and game tables are arranged about this room. Scattered on the floor are 3 dragon anti-playing cards and wooden dragon chess pieces.
Excellent. We don't have to split it with anyone who didn't come upstairs.
You truly are devilish.
Alright.
Did I go down or up a different set of stairs than those guys?
Yep. Yep, you absolutely can. We'll just split the party. That's perfectly reasonable.
Okay, and I go out to the window into the courtyard.
All right. You get to the top of the stairs there, me. And where did you went out the window into the courtyard?
Yeah,
All right.
somewhere here.
30 points of fall damage.
Oh no, but I was on the ground level. I think.
Straight
I
into
still
the
Forgot
acid
about the
pit.
spike
You
trap.
still take 30 points of fall damage.
Oh,
Eldritch Cannon. All right.
Yeah, dude.
What's
Hello?
the
Powered up.
Any more Orcus?
I don't see any Orchios here, nor gold. Why don't you check some of the other rooms?
Have you found any minions?
Nope. There's no one to be found here.
Start opening doors, boys.
all right?
All at once.
Are you opening the north or the south?
Maybe find doorman. North.
North. All right. Whoops. Reveal. All right. As you open the door to the north, a large bed and a bulky cedar wardrobe dominate this room, which also has framed paintings of landscapes hanging on the walls.
Found orc bedroom. I guess I'll take a look around, just kind of a quick peruse, see if anything looks to be of interest.
All right. I'll get you to make a perception check.
Can I check too?
Jesus Christ. So, as you search around what appears to be Big Al's bedroom,
Oof.
you find a secret compartment in the wardrobe. And stuffed inside the secret compartment is a suit of mithril chainmail.
Ooh.
I guess you weren't supposed to know it's mithril chainmail.
I
It
think
says if you identify it, but it's
Wow.
done now.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's one of those ones where you'd look at it and be. I mean, it's clearly mithril, but what it does, you probably wouldn't know until you identify it.
mhm.
it gives you immortality.
All right. So
Found-
mark that down.
Found shiny armor in Orcu bedroom.
I'm outside in the courtyard. I'm more interested in this trapdoor since we're
Ah.
splitting the party.
Oh man. All right. What's the next order of business?
I yell at the window for more wood to the robot.
More wood.
Is this trapdoor made out of wood?
It is made out of wood. Yeah.
Okay, I tried to break the hinges of the door with my sword, kind of like mash it to get the door out.
Okay. I will have you make an attack against the door.
Oh, what if I miss? What if I miss?
That's the real question. That's the real question. 9's not great.
Yeah, there's tiny balls. They're small balls. They're hard to get.
So how are you trying to open this?
Well, I have to bring wood inside, and like this door is made out of wood. So I'm trying to break the door out, break the two hinges out, so I can just like
Okay.
take the door.
Okay. So as you slash at the hinges with your katana, you manage to make some cuts and scratches. And as you're coming down hard on the door, you can see when you hit the door, it kind of goes. "Hmm?
It's rubbery.
No. Oh, it's opening slightly from the force of you coming down on the wooden panels.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay.
Why
Well,
don't we try opening the door?
The
Maybe.
shapeshifter.
Ryan, was this a chain shirt or chain mail?
Chain mail.
Okay.
Chainmail. I'm a chainmail.
Does it make a difference for you?
Yeah, it makes a difference. Just in general, chain shirt is medium armor and chainmail is heavy.
Okay. All right. Yep, it is chain mail. Mithril chain mail.
Does anyone here use heavy armor?
I have chainmail on me.
Is it mithril chain mail?
No, it's a pleb chainmail. Yeah. But I mean, you can use it if you want. Like,
No.
Isn't that, well, not to like metagame it, but doesn't that like remove the burden of like his like huge disadvantage to stealth? Like,
Chibunks?
Is this
like-
mithril?
Yeah, like how he's always loud. Yeah.
It's quiet.
This-
Quiet chain.
This looks maybe better you like this.
as I'm bashing on the trapdoor outside.
All right. So what do you guys do? You exploring the upstairs? What?
Let's keep exploring.
I encourage them to keep opening doors.
I'll try this door.
All right. Rowan opens this door. And this room contains 2 beds and 2 footlockers.
Ooh, I investigate the footlockers.
All right. I'll have you roll a perception check.
Can I do an investigation check?
Yeah. I'll let that go.
I investigate.
You investigate. All right. So within the footlockers, you find some neatly folded clothing and worthless personal effects. Pictures of their family,
Purses! I
but
kick the
nothing
footlocker.
of
Purses?
X.
Alright, I'll
There's
open
nothing
one
in
of these
here.
doors. The north one,
All
I
right.
guess.
In this room, you see a similar setup with 2 beds and 2 footlockers.
I will investigate these footlockers.
All right. I'll get you to roll an investigation check. You find some neatly folded clothing and worthless personal effects.
Ooh.
Emboldened by the fact that no one else has found a orc in one of these rooms, I'll go into this room.
All right. Within this room, you see a similar setup with 2 beds and 2 footlockers.
Alright, I will do a check.
All right. So, oops, where did my thing go? As you dig around, you find mostly neatly folded clothing, similar kind of worthless personal effects, and you find one bright orange potion tucked in a corner of one of the footlockers.
Can I sip it to see what it is?
You certainly can.
Turn into an orc.
How does that work? Do you have to do a roll or anything, or you just?
Nah, usually it's like a, I don't know.
I think it does says in the book that you just know what it is, basically, after you sip
Okay.
it.
So as you take a small whiff of the potion, followed by a very small sip, it tastes very spicy on your tongue, and you cough out a puff of smoke.
Whoa, it's Dr. Pepper?
It's Dr. Pepper, and you believe it to be a potion of fire breath.
Potion of breath. That's not in the compendium.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, now it is.
here you are. I will. Can I put this on manage homebrew? Okay. Well, here is what you have. Let me create something for you. Can you create like notes and stuff and shove them into people's journals?
Yep, you just make a handout.
Make a handout?
Yeah, that's what I did with magic items for you guys. For some magic items, at least.
Handout. Creature and monster handouts. Where's just like a blank handout? I just hit plus add? Handout.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. Name. Lemerack. Description. There we go. There we go. I think you can see that. Kevin, look in your journal. Or Lemerack.
Yep. I got it.
Got it? Cool.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it looks kind of cool actually. All right. So I was just marking that down so I know what happened. There's a little bit of exploratory area up here. You guys gonna open these last couple of doors?
It's Kundark's turn to open a door.
Oh.
All right. I will open this room.
All right.
I jiggle the handle.
You successfully open the door, and within this room, you see a large wooden desk buried under stacks of ledgers and papers chronicling 10 years worth of business transactions, keeping them for taxes, mostly.
Me would be super interested,
You find a
but
disgruntled...
Kundarg is not that interested. Is there anything of valuable, like any coins or
You could always
just
investigate.
paperwork? I will
So far, all you
investigate.
can see is stacks of paper.
Oof, boring paper. I search around.
You find a small sack buried under all this paperwork, and it holds 75 gold pieces.
Oh,
Oh,
mamma
I
mia!
hope you ripped that like a piece of paper towel.
Rip your sack like a paper towel.
How many gold coins? 70,
75.
75. Thank you. It's just a bunch of bloody paperwork. I'll check this other room down here.
You also, Kevin.
Oh,
After
yeah.
after this one, you have to go back and listen to last week's,
Okay.
because the voicing was consistent for the whole
It was-
session.
It was so good.
And
For who?
Kundark was
For
also
you?
amazing.
Oh, you guys killed it.
Bob did a really good job.
Although I did slightly break the rules, but I got away with it, so it was okay.
How'd you break the rules?
There was a moment where Kundar drew both of his daggers at the same time and like stabbed two different orcs, right? But technically you can't draw two weapons in the same turn.
Oh, they're daggers. We'll let that fly. It's,
It's something that's
As lo-
specifically given to you.
as long
with a
as there's
feast.
as long as there's
So,
some cool like
yeah.
action to it,
Well,
I'm pretty open to.
we'll just call
Like, no one's
it-
gonna be like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah." They're gonna be like. At least
we'll
that's
just
what I
call
would
it
do
an
if I had two
asterisk on
daggers.
Kevin's character.
We'll put a big asterisk.
Yeah.
I don't consent.
My character didn't cheat, and that's the important thing.
All right.
I'm checking this other little room to the south, the little like,
Okay.
closet.
So as you open the door, I'm gonna have you make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no, it's trapped. There's a broom that's falling out.
So you open the door only to have a broomstick hit you square in the face.
I knew it.
It doesn't do any damage, but it's really hurt your pride a little.
Did
You can guess exactly what happens as happened.
really?
Yes.
This
I was
is what
determined
happened.
that was going to be what happened there.
I've had
Um,
so many times in real life. I open the door and I just get iced by a broom. I just figured it would carry over.
You know, when you put your broom away, you don't have to leave it leaning against the door. So when you open it up the next time.
Did me see this happen?
Yes.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And how has his opinion changed about?
He says, "Did you bring bloody paper? Orc, you may want to eat it." Because you called the bloody paperwork.
Oh,
Let's go downstairs, find Metal You.
So for all this time, how is the door looking? I've been back.
You've been just bashing the shit out of this door. It's looking pretty splintered. You're not sure how usable much of the wood is. But as you mechanically just keep chopping that door, it keeps bouncing up a little bit.
But what is this bouncing motion? Wood doesn't bounce like.
Well, you're hitting it pretty hard, no? Like you're trying
Well,
to
yeah.
smash it to pieces. So
Yeah. Okay. Well.
if you were lightly tapping withdrawal, I would say nothing happens. But you're like trying to hack this thing to bits. At least as I understand it.
Oh yeah. Okay, the door is still standing. Out of curiosity, this door is pretty resistant, like, to my bashing. I can't. I'll try to open the door, just to see.
The door opens.
Okay, well.
It's not that it was resistant to your bashing. It's that isn't it easier to open a hinged door than
Well,
smash it from the outside?
not if it's potentially locked.
Well, you didn't check to see if it was locked.
It could have been.
The hint of it bouncing open slightly was what I
Well-
hope would guide you to just open the door.
I was imagining a rubber door, like. Boing, boing. But so yeah, what do I see?
I have to admit, I've seen very few rubber doors in my life.
You're
seen
gonna,
one.
Ryan.
Rubber cellar doors, even fewer.
A few more years at the bank, you'll see some rubber
I'll
doors,
see some rubber.
rubber walls, rubber floors.
Oh man.
2 + 2 is 4. They want to use a different number. That's the number.
That's right. It's a calculation. Like, why deviate from the formula? It doesn't make any sense. And just arbitrarily cause more work.
wait. Did I miss a banking story?
Yeah, it was.
I'm suddenly not sure this trainee actually exists.
Yeah. His name's
Ryan's
Gabe.
just
He's a super eager beaver.
compartmentalizing his
Yo.
personality where he explains his rage. This is why I deal with this.
Ah.
Ryan is seeing things. But what do I see in the trap door? I opened it
Alright. So as you look in the trap door,
because all the hostages and refugees are in cellars.
I'll move you down here. You can see it's a pretty dark cellar. Dark.
But yeah, I'm sort of yeah. Do I have a torch? I have a torch actually. Why am I asking?
Probably, yeah. You're the commander of your own bag.
I light my torch and step forward, while the people on the second floor are collecting the loot
All right, your
and
torch.
orcs are being cooked.
Your torch goes out immediately. That would be very mysterious.
Oh God!
So as you come down the stairs, you notice that the cellar has a dirt floor, walls of mortared stone, and an 8-foot-high plank ceiling, braced by wooden pillars. Tied to a chair is a large figure with a burlap sack pulled over his head. Shelves along the walls are lined with skulls made of butter and protected by a thin coating of wax.
Does the tied figure with a sack on his head look threatening?
He is tied to a chair with his head slumped downwards
But is he
inside
jacked?
of a burlap sack.
It's a trap.
He looks like he would be a formidable adversary were he not fully immobilized in a chair.
Ooh, I take this as a challenge. This is our time to strike. I should not be making decisions, people. And I just
He's the
step.
only one in the stellar.
Well, yeah, but I kind of like because I'll probably end up murdering this person, and I should not.
Well, I've come across a bound person. All I can do is murder them. There's
be
no
evil.
other options.
He is the killbot. We sent the killbot on the rescue mission.
Hey, hello.
What's the killbot's alignment?
Kill.
I like exist for war, but I'm not evil. I'm kind of like doing what you guys are doing. I don't know why I'm here. I'm just gonna do my thing and listen to you guys.
He's been
I'm
programmed
maybe-
to murder
I'm
everything,
neutral
and it's
good.
not evil.
It's not a complicated explanation.
Yes. um. Hello.
So as you speak, the figure in the chair struggles back and forth a little bit, but doesn't make much of a sound.
Well, I yell. I take a step back through the trapdoor, and make a very loud sound that I'm here and beep boop. I found something interesting, and but I yell on my loudspeaker, and just so if the guys want to come down, and I will start approaching this thing. Did it say anything?
Before you do that, I want to go up to you, Chipunk, and say, I found strange metal. It is useless and shiny, like you. You have. And I give you the mithril chainmail.
Oh, I like shiny things that make me tickle less. Thank you. And I take the mithril chainmail, but I put it aside because it takes me 2 hours to change my armor. So I put it aside.
Right. Just make sure you mark it in your bag. Actually, I'm sure there's a item for it.
Yeah, I'll just drag and drop it from the this thingy.
Who is Bagman?
He's a threat.
As you say that, the figure in the chair struggles a little bit more. It seems to realize that there's someone new in his midst.
I was bashing on the door for 20 minutes and he just realized somebody's. Well, I cautiously approach slowly with my sword, like in my arms, and just with the awareness that he might jump out and kill me.
Okay. So as you approach, he continues wiggling around a little bit in the chair, but isn't able to free himself. His arms and legs are held fast to the chair with strong knots, from what you can see.
Take bag off his head. Me never see threat before.
As you guys are standing outside, like.
No,
Yeah.
Me's with you. Me's with you. The other
Me's
guys
I
here.
thought
are
we were all here.
dicking around
Oh, okay,
upstairs.
I didn't.
Yes,
Yeah.
like I get bored of standing around upstairs and eventually head downstairs and
Yeah, I'll follow as well.
it smells terrible in the kitchen, so I'm gonna head down here.
I assume
See what's
we're
happening.
all together here.
I approach from the back, from behind him, and I grab his sack and like
Sack on
Grabbed
his
his
head,
sack?
right?
Like
Rip
grab
his
his
sack
head.
like a paper towel.
Ooh.
So as you pull off, um, as you pull off the sack, beneath it is a burly, black-haired, black-beard fellow with some gray weaving through his thick black beard, as well as his long black hair. It's all messy, as if he's been in that burlap sack for quite some time. And he has a piece of cloth tied around him as a gag, which is why he hasn't been able to make any noise.
I look at me for a sort of approval to take out his gag with a robotic glance.
Is not a threat. Is just a human.
Well, humans. Oh wait, humans are threat. Beep boop.
Then just call them humans.
World should cook more humans.
He looks up at Chipunk before him nervously.
I smile. I have the ability to smile. I smile.
Your smile comes off more as a menacing, growly face. And he continues to look about the room and begins to make some noises.
Perhaps we should ungag him so that we can speak to him.
Okay, and with that, I ungag him.
All right, so you untie the gag around his mouth, and as it releases, it had been bound very tightly around his mouth, and so his beard is pushed down where the gag was going through it. And as relief comes, he coughs a couple times and spits on the ground.
Oh, you're ugly. And I put the sack back on his head.
Yikes. It's harsh.
That's very harsh. I don't know what to do. All right. He pipes up and says, "Well, who's turned out the lights?"
Oh god.
Well, we're gonna make this guy talk as much as possible.
Please, your life story. I must have it.
Well, perhaps you guys could untie me from this terrible chair. I've been trapped down
He
here
is
for
not tied up.
days.
Well, he definitely seems tied up. I don't know.
No. Me is over here.
Ah, yes, I suppose you're right, as usual. Well, why don't I untie our new friend here, and therefore we can hear his life story in excruciating detail. I start to untie.
All right, so it takes you about a minute. Some of the knots were pretty quick and easy to get through. A couple others you needed to take a sharp blade and kind of cut through the rope to free him. They were tied pretty tight, so he has some pretty serious marks on his hands, and looks like he's a little worse for wear. He's got a black eye and some blood dried up around his lips and coming from his nose. He looks like he's been beat up in this chair over the past few days. And he looks at the group before him and says, "Well, I guess I'll start. My name is Big Al Calazorn.
Ooh.
Who do I have the pleasure of freeing me?"
Beep boop.
Beep boop.
Me was already free.
Ah, you're a curious fellow. I like 'em curious.
Me don't know what that means. Use small words when say story.
Oh, well, I'll just jump right into my story. Mysterious characters 2, 3, and 4. And so he goes on to tell you, I used to be the sheriff of Tribor, a town over to the east yonder, where I was known as Big Al Calazorn. Funny, because I'm still known as Big Al Calazorn. I retired about a decade ago, but, retirement just didn't sit well with me. I was looking for a new challenge.
Small words.
I got
Don't use the letter E.
land east of Coneyberry and turned it into a Cattle and Horse Ranch. For those that like one-syllable words, that's cows. Cattle are cows.
We met
I
Cameron.
I later added a pig farm, chicken coops, vegetable gardens, cornfields, and even an apple orchard. Most of my money comes from the sale of butter skulls. As you can see down here in the cellar, this is where I store my butter skulls. They're lumps of butter, cleverly molded into the shapes of humanoid skulls.
I'll
Wait,
bite
what?
into one.
Hey, that's my merchandise! I'm happy to share. What do you think of it?
What do I think of it? What?
So as you bite into it, there's a thin, waxy layer on the outside, and it is amongst the best butter you've ever tasted. It's a bit strange to be eating it by the mouthful. You feel like, a more civilized way might be to spread it on a cracker or piece of bread. But me's not that civilized, and so mouthfuls of
Is very good
butter.
for lowland butter. Almost as good as goat butter from mountaintops.
Ooh, goat butter. I've never tried goat butter. You see, this butter here comes from my prized cow. Her name's Petunia. Anywho, when that pesky dragon drove the orcs from their home. Again. When the pesky dragon drove those orcs from their home, they descended into the lowlands here. About 10 days ago, a small band of them attacked my ranch, freeing all the pigs and setting fire to my barn and my smithy. A few of my animals, I was able to open up the stables and allow them to escape. Myself and my ranch hands, we fought tooth and nail with pitchforks, with swords, with whatever we could find.
I inspect his hands.
You inspect his hands?
Confirm they are
Yeah,
ranch
look
hands.
at them and just
Oh,
size them up.
all right. They're large hands. They're comparable in size to your very own hands. They look like they've been worked in quite a bit over the years. There's a lot of dirt and grime on them currently, but there's some little scars, and these are obviously working man's hands.
Excellent.
Fine pair of hands.
So what is our reward for saving you, Boop?
Well, when you say you saved me, do you mean to tell me that you drove off all of the orcs? There was a whole band here.
They are still upstairs being prepared.
What are they prepared for? We must take arms. We've got to rid this place of those orcs.
They will feed families for the season to come.
We kill many orcs upstairs.
Ah, so you've killed most of the orcs then.
This
The
man.
orcs.
Ooh, he notes the large amount of blood on your hands as you show him your hands, and says, "Well, if you've killed all the orcs, I mean, you've saved my ranch. No matter what conditions it's in upstairs, Let's get out of this. Let's get out of this cellar. Everyone, grab a butterskull. He
Excellent.
grabs a few from the shelf and hands them out to people as you guys head up the stairs.
I don't know what to do with it.
Can I check the basement for anything else? Just anything of value?
Yeah, I'll get you to make an investigation check.
Almost done cooking with orc sticks.
There we go. I heard you that time. Namimu. So you search around. You find mostly more butter skulls. There doesn't seem to be much else of value that you're able to locate in the cellar here. A couple tankards or a couple barrels of mead and that type of thing that he kind of ushers like, yeah, take them upstairs. Here we go.
I'll take a
That the
barrel of
orcs
meat
didn't
upstairs
find.
then.
That the orcs didn't find when they had searched previously. All right, so you guys head upstairs. Here, let me just grab everybody here. Here. All right.
Must
Big Al enters the room. And looks around at this just complete bloodbath in his kitchen. And seems excited about it. Oh, you guys certainly showed those orcs.
No, we kill them.
Well, you showed them the sharp side, the pointy side of a blade. That's what I like to see. The best orc is the dead orc.
I like this guy.
You captured because you show orcs your weapon instead of used it. You dum-dum.
Well, I was the one who was captured, so what am I going to say about that? And he takes a look. He runs over to the window here, and takes a look outside. Seems to be looking for something
Junya?
outside. And so you hear him call into the wind, Petunia! Daddy's home!
Oh man, she probably fell into a well.
Why do you think they targeted you, Big Al?
Why, there's a bunch of filthy orcs. I mean, I make the best butter to the east side of anything west.
Hmm.
Nice.
I've got the best apples. I've got all these animals. I got all this food. I mean, like, look at this place. It looks like they threw a party after they locked me up.
Are there any traces of the farmhands you had?
There was
Well, see much of the farm hands after the orcs all split us up. I assume most of them to be dead. They were good working boys, but weren't great with a sword.
Hey, well, the old father watches over them. Perhaps a moment of silence.
And he lowers his head and begins to mutter something.
No one's butter.
Speak up!
Ah!
Does the cat
What?
show up?
You guys tied her to a fence, I believe, if I recall.
I don't think so. I think we just let her go. In
Did you just let her go? Okay. If she was just let go in the pasture area, you do see her slowly meandering around the pond here towards the farmhouse. And Big Al looks and says, "Oh, Petunia, I thought you were lost forever. You old scallywag.
That is
Come over
Caillou.
here." "Oh, cow you. I call her Petunia."
She joined us.
"Well, can't you stay with me? She's my prized cow.
No.
Makes all this butter." "Well, I don't want to trade one band of orcs for a bunch of tyrants who've saved me just to extort me for my cow milk."
Caillou loves us. And we love Caillou.
"Oh yes, everyone loves Petunia.
No.
She loves everyone."
What a
Let
slut.
Caillou decide.
Now perhaps I could ask you some questions now that I've laid out my life story for the past 10 years.
Wait, what is the reward we get?
Oh, let me ask some questions first, and then we'll get to your just rewards.
That's how
What brought you all the way out here to Butterskull Ranch? Did you come for the boat ride?
What boat ride did you speak of?
Why, my boat ride. Big Al's boat ride. And he
Oh, yeah.
points to a small craft that likely fits 2 or 3 people, with a large wheel on the back that seems to be pedal powered.
Well, the truth is, we saw the help notice that help was needed at the ranch from the town of. I activate my amazing new skill.
Don't recall anything.
I invoke my right to know anything.
I love that it's like for really specific information, and this is like the most generic thing you
Like
could
generic.
What town was I in yesterday?
So he looks and says, "Oh, he made it! He made it all the way to Phandalin. I know I had one ranch hand that I got to escape. He was a little bloodied. Wasn't sure if he was gonna make it, but we sent him to Phandalin for help. Did you come from Phandalin?"
Yes, we did.
"Oh, most excellent."
There is a reward for your head. What is the reward for your savior? Yes. So the thing we found, this advertisement for this quest, it also said if he is dead, return with a proof for reward.
Oh.
The robot doesn't understand how if statements work.
No, but why?
He's dead.
No, he's got a
if
point.
he's dead.
Wait, but if we make him dead, and then
You're already
return
in the
his
else
head-
case.
No. We need a reward. We need to kill the dragon. He needs to make us more powerful to face the dragon.
Let's consider all possibilities for this transaction. Let's not leave anything off the table.
It's a win-win for us.
All right. So, what was the question after all of that?
Did you guys come from Phandalin? Is that the question?
Yes. And you guys said yes.
Yep.
All right. So he looks at the notice that you hand him. And says, "Well, I might need to find some more ranch hands to help me repair this place, unless you fellas are looking to retire and live on a farm.
Excellent. I
You
like where this
convinced us.
campaign is going. These butter skulls are amazing. Why would we
hate
ever
tires.
do anything else?
This turns into Farmville.
Let's start the Stardew Valley campaign.
You begin by planting 5 turnips.
I plant turnips.
You receive 3 months later 5 turnips and 5 turnip seeds. And the grind begins.
I think.
Well,
Are we grinding?
speaking for myself, I am a powerful dark lord of magic, and I can't be burdened with mundane tasks like farming. But I don't know if there's any magic items in it. I suppose I could do some farming in the for a time.
You spend the next 10 years farming this land at the promise of magic items. After 10 years pass, you're 10 years older, your beard is grayer, and
Am I
you've
level
learned how to
10?
grow corn.
Oh yeah, because the orcs are attacking this place.
It's not
We kill
much,
them.
but it's honest work.
Well, I suppose there's not a whole lot for me here. I would like to find some new ranch hands if you fellas aren't up to the task. You think you could fetch me some, or no?
Well, how many slaves are you looking for?
Well, not slaves. Ranch hands. They all must be boys. They work hard on this ranch. Plus, we got this sweet boat ride.
Okay. Work for boat ride slaves? I mean, I guess we could go to that nearby town and that was ransacked and see if there's any orphans there who could be desperate enough to come work on this farm.
Your first task: clean up the orc bodies.
Yes, make sure to get the slime out of all the cracks in the boards.
All right. So Big Al looks at the group here, and says, "Well, with the orc threat gone, I must say I have to find some way to thank you, fellas.
Yes.
It seems like you've got your hands out for some form of reward here, and
The ending.
I'd like to offer each of you a position as a ranch hand. See if you'll take it for a second or third time. No?
Me's hands
All
stay
right.
with me.
Well, I don't have much left at this juncture, but I was able to keep a couple things hidden from those terrible orc fellers. And he reaches up towards the ceiling near one of the beams, and moves what looks like a wooden stake that might be, considered a nail or something holding the joist together. And out he pulls a very large and shiny glaive. Now, I usually use this for defending my place, but obviously it didn't do me any good this time. Perhaps you can find more use for it. And he hands over a glaive.
Is there anything? Are there any like carvings in it? Does it look? How fancy is it looking?
It looks pretty shiny. There's a couple of of markings in the handle, and you can see the three letters BAK engraved towards the bottom of the hilt, the bottom of the
Big.
Ooh, he
handle.
had it engraved.
Yeah. Heavy two-handed with reach. It's a martial weapon.
Oh god, it looks like this. It's like a spear-like thing.
Yeah, glaives are badass.
Well, I'll take it if nobody else would like it.
Oh, take it.
Is this like suspiciously
Is
shiny?
What's a glaive? You said reach.
Yeah, heavy two-handed with
Oh, okay.
reach.
No, not for me.
Sorry, suspiciously shiny.
Yeah. Like potentially magical. Let's just drop all the tiptoeing.
Potentially,
Potentially. Okay.
potentially. And then he reaches under a floorboard and pulls out an equally shiny rapier
Oof.
and lays it on the table.
I quickly scamper up and take a closer look.
All right, before you is a shiny rapier.
Anybody else interested in a rapier?
It's your weapon.
Nope. Yeah, it sounds like a U weapon for sure.
Okay, I will take it.
Take it.
Um,
Some cheese for the road.
I forgot.
Cheese for the
This
road.
mithril chainmail, was it more shiny than usual, or just the regular mithril shininess?
It was pretty shiny.
Ooh, okay. So it'll keep me up at night.
Okay. And he he also pulls out from behind uh, a uh, a box on the floor within a bench in the kitchen under a seating bench. He lifts a flap and pulls out a handful of potions.
Look,
There is a large red one, um, a large blue one, and a large gray one.
I guess we can just grab one.
Yeah, yeah. Grab a potion, and then he also lays out 6 butter skulls on the table.
mm,
Nice. I'm definitely grabbing one of those butter skulls.
Me
Can I
Yeah,
too.
just to
grab
know what I
the
already have.
Can I grab the red potion? I'm guessing it's a healing potion.
Are you gonna try it?
Can
oh,
I? Yeah, I'll taste it. Give it a little taste.
So you give it a little tasty taste, and the potion seems to be invigorating, and
Oh,
you feel like you've found a potion of greater healing.
oh, Potion of greater healing. Thank you.
Ooh,
Who wants to roll the dice with the blue potion?
Blue is
The-
cool.
Like if nobody else is going to take it, I'll take it. I'm giving somebody else an opportunity.
Has Rowan gotten anything?
No, what is it again?
It's a blue potion
It's a blue
for you.
raspberry.
Potion? I
Blue
I
raspberry
got a
potion.
butter.
Blue raspberry.
Okay, I'll give this
I got a hunk of
blue
butter,
potion.
guys.
I
Don't
mean,
worry
yeah.
about me.
But look, they're made in skull form. It's amazing.
They're delicious. They're yummy.
+3 Constitution.
I'll taste this blue potion.
All right. It tastes a little chilly, but also as the cold touches your lips, you feel a warmth growing inside you, and you have found a potion of cold resistance.
That could come in handy.
Never use it.
True. Forgotten immediately into the bag.
Into the old bag. Well, don't forget that at some point you might be battling a dragon.
Oh yeah, frost dragon.
There's a frost dragon. I mean,
Bryo
you go.
looking for useful items. I think you should have that in your thing there.
Nice. Yep, it's there.
Greater healing.
Since what is drinking potions, can I take a sip of the last gray potion?
You certainly
Because
can.
there seems to be hesitating. About
Save.
it's weird that I can drink potions, but I don't have to eat. But I can't eat. It's fine. It's magic.
All right. So as you examine the potion a bit closer, you notice that it really only appears gray because the glass that it's held in is fairly cloudy.
Sure.
Once you pop the cork and take a look at the liquid, um, it turns out that the liquid is completely transparent. Um, but inside you see a small crescent-shaped object floating around inside, and I'll get you to make a history or nature check.
As a big hunk of metal. Where is my
Big hunk of metal making a nature check.
or history or yeah, like I don't know. What did I roll? I rolled a 2, of course. This is in character.
All right. So you roll a 2. So you're not really 100% sure. It kind of looks like a crescent moon. Could be a fingernail. Could be a toenail. Could be a little sliver of metal. You're not quite sure. However, when you taste the potion, you feel strength building inside of you, and you have found a potion of hill giant strength.
Ooh. Ooh.
All right.
Me.
So after Big Al hands out all these fat rewards. He looks at your group and sees Omnom busy working in the kitchen. What appear to be entire legs going onto the grill, arms. He gives it a bit of a sideways look, but at the same time, he seems to have a smirk on his face, knowing that there doesn't appear to be any orcs remaining on site. And he looks at the group here and says, "Well, I certainly appreciate you guys ridding this area of orcs. If you could do me a favor and take this note to the town master in Phandalin, it'll let him know that I'm safe and sound out here, but that we need some ranch hands to keep the butterskulls churning. So to take a look through his dungeons or wherever he might have some ranch hands and send them this way."
His dungeons. Ranch hand dungeon? He's the big boss of the game.
We sleep here tonight.
Yeah, it's late, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm used up. Oh, and while we sleep, I'll change my into my new armor. Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to concentrate on this glaive while I
Yep.
have a long rest as well.
Same with the rapier.
Okay. So you sit down, gather by the fire. At this point, Omnom has cooked up a disturbingly large amount of orc body parts. Some look almost edible. For the most part, it's kind of gray meat. There's no sauce. He's done what he could, but
Sauce.
Dead, dirty orcs are only so appetizing.
Uh, Big Al, where all sauce?
Oh, well, I usually just use a whole stick of butter. And by stick, I mean skull.
You keep talking about ranch.
Terrible.
Well, I feel like the butter really just makes up for the lack of ranch.
This is bad ranch.
How
All
do you-
So you guys are packing it in for the evening. Okay. So as you settle down, he lets you know, feel free to sleep in the bedrooms upstairs. Not mine, of course. I look forward to a good night's sleep in my nice warm bed. But feel free to use the rest of the bedrooms as you see fit. Those ranch hands aren't coming back anytime soon, so. And so, what are you guys doing during the night? Everybody's sleeping. Chipunk is inertly guarding.
And I'm concentrating on my rapier.
Yeah, that for me as well for the glaive.
Okay.
I also change the armor. I get naked and stuff.
And before I go to sleep, I'll go out to cow you and give her some grass, pat her down a little bit, talk to her about the ancestors.
She responds by flicking her tail gently and with a loud "moo." She's quite happy with the grass and feed you're giving her, and even more happy to just have the company.
Ah.
One of those heartfelt moments with a dairy cow.
Love to see it. Do you
All
think we
right.
can convince Cow you into joining us? Yeah, okay. You're pretty confident.
Okay, so as you guys awake in the morning, you look closely at the glaive that Big Al Calazorn has provided, and see that it is in fact a glaive +1.
Ooh,
Drum roll.
Nice.
very nice.
Very nice.
Uh,
You're really good at drawing out the suspense there, Rye.
well, I'm having to look stuff up constantly. And then Chipunk, as you don your new set of mithril chainmail. Is there a thing I can? You notice how shiny it actually is, and that it has a fancy little brooch at the top of a leaf and an acorn. And it appears to be mithril chainmail +1.
Oh, that's so good.
Man, my AC is 18.
It's like completely ridiculous. I'm never gonna hit you ever with any any NPC.
So,
You're not adding your dex bonus, are you?
no. I don't think I am. I think it's auto computed, I believe. Let me see. Armor class.
And the rapier Lemurak, as you look it over, you notice on the guard you have a similar initials carved in BAK, and it appears to be a mighty rapier +1. I don't think unless mighty does something to it, it's a rapier
It does,
+1.
yeah.
Okay,
Vorpal rapier +1.
Ooh.
Vorpal rapier +1.
Automatically dominates white dragons.
So, my AC 16 from my chainmail, +1 from Warforged. And now +1 more from
Ooh.
+1.
It's pretty strong. I mean, 18's a pretty good AC.
I mean, you guys got a +1 to hits and damages and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Ah, yeah, that's how it should be. We are diversifying.
Ooh.
All right. So, as you awake, you head downstairs, and Big Al has a reasonable breakfast going. He seems to have taken some of the orc steaks that were cooked the night before and fancied them up a little bit, basted them in some of his butterskull butter, um, and they're fairly more edible looking than prior versions of similar steaks, and he lays has a nice little spread out on the table. You can see right up his butt crack. And so he looks to the group and says, "Well, I have to say thank you so much for ridding this place of orcs. If you could remember to take this note to Harbin Wester in Phandalin, it'll help. It'll tell him that I'm okay and ask for his assistance in finding some more ranch hands. Can't get enough hands on this ranch."
Very well. We will
We'll see what we can do.
make sure he does that.
All right, so everyone finished a long rest, and we got a couple of items there. Are you guys kind of preparing to head out on the open road again?
We
Yes,
really
we head back.
should go get our horses.
Oh yeah, we have to return those horses when we get back.
Or should we tie them up outside the farm?
Didn't some of them get killed?
I think a dragon may have eaten one of them,
And we
but
got
then
some
we
new
found more.
ones. Yeah.
2 of them.
Yeah,
Okay. So they won't notice. We'll just swap it out.
I'm sure they won't.
People can't tell horses apart.
All right.
Are there any
So you
apples around?
yes, as you make your way out of the farmhouse and back over towards the orchard and cornfield where you left the horses tied up the night prior, you find a lot of the horses have been able to find some sustenance. While they were tied up, they were still able to reach some of the apples and some of the corn, and so they've been snacking a little bit. But as you walk through the orchard, you're easily able to reach up and pluck a few apples.
Well, I bring one to Caillou
Oh.
and say, "Now we go, Caillou. Come, Caillou."
Petunia looks at you and lets out a loud "Moo!" And Big Al comes to the window and says, "Y'all come back now." And you notice that Petunia is tied up to the back of the house,
Oh,
just
I
under the
untie her.
window. Oh Jesus! All right.
Can
So
I use
you,
my animal handling to coax her to come with me?
yeah, you can, yeah, make
She
a
did follow
animal
us all the way
handling check.
here. We made quite the bond.
Is that supposed to have advantage or no advantage?
Well, it's up to you, but I didn't mean to put it with advantage.
With advantage?
No, I didn't mean
Whoa.
to put it with advantage.
Oh, okay, you didn't.
But it's up to you.
Okay. Okay.
I do have an
Well,
apple.
You do have an apple. You do have an apple. So you manage to untie Petunia, and she begins to follow you away from the farmhouse slowly. And each step she takes, her cowbell makes a little dingle.
We walk
You
into the
guys keep-
sunset.
Just walking into the sunset. So as you walk into the sunrise, Big Al comes running down the road. Oh, Petunia must have escaped again.
No,
Certainly, you didn't mean to take her. Thank you for leading her this
How
way.
you chose to
Oh,
come
boy.
with us.
Gonna get awkward.
He's gonna die one way or another, Ryan.
Ah.
Caillou made her choice.
Well, I certainly can't just let you walk away with her. I mean, she's my prized cow. She's what makes the butter for my butter skulls. She's not only my best friend, but she's my manufacturing partner.
He was gonna say lover.
I think any cow could do that.
I think,
Oh, that
Realistically.
Cow, you made choice. And I'm going to use my intimidation skills.
Ooh.
And I'm going to use my inspiration from last session to give myself advantage.
Oh, critical hit.
Now it has to be said, you can't critical skill checks. You can't. There's no such
Oh,
thing
you
as-
don't auto
There's
success?
no auto success, so it is just a 22.
is still a pretty strong roll.
And giving up your livelihood is an awfully hard one to do, so
Yeah.
I'm okay if it's still a fail.
Against an intimidation roll, would I potentially roll something for?
Yeah, you could roll against an insight check if you wanted, or you could just set a DC. Like you could set a DC depending on how likely this guy is to agree on this.
Well,
The
maybe give me a bit of flavor of how you're intimidating him.
Okay, so when I say I think you could, I grind the glaive into the ground so that like the sun is shining off of the blade, and I'm like towering over the sky, like
Glaive.
6 feet above him, probably, like, or several feet above him at least.
Well, he's a fairly large fella, not 8 feet tall.
Yeah,
At least 6.5. So I wouldn't say you're towering above him.
I would say you're towering above him. 2 feet higher than someone is a lot.
Not at that height. It's all relative. On a percentage basis.
Doesn't work like that.
The standard deviation curve says that they're both.
Kevin, do you tower over 5 foot people?
Yeah.
He intimidates them.
It's like like our
Little
kids are
tower.
4 feet, right? So you're just like.
You can definitely do that.
Anyway, whatever.
Okay. Okay. He brandishes a very large frown on his face, and looks at the group and says, "Y'all are just as bad as those orcs. You took me for everything I have, including my prized cow Petunia. If I were still the sheriff of Tribor, you'd be in for some real trouble. You'd be in hot water, fellas."
Cow you chose.
For the record, I don't actually care about this cow. So you're only legitimately angry at me. Yeah, there we go. I got it. Not me though. You're really just angry at me, right here. He's the one who likes the cow. I don't care about the cow,
We all
although it
love
is a
cows.
very nice cow. Well, it is a very nice cow. I'm not saying anything negative about the cow itself.
Coming, cow you.
All right.
Let the cow choose.
Cows always known for their agency. And
Ryan, if you want, we could have contesting animal handling checks to see who the cow
Have them,
follows.
Ooh.
Bring them.
All right. That sounds reasonable. Let's do contesting
Come on,
animal
cow you.
handling checks.
He has been with the owner for a long time.
Remember-
so the owner might get advantage.
Remember the long walk to the ranch, and the apple.
Show him the apple.
Is
Remind the
gone.
cow of the apple. I don't know if they have object
Is
permanence.
gone.
Wow, like
Okay. So how would I roll this?
ooh,
So
nice.
you roll like another 22 or something again?
No.
Yes, let's say.
14's pretty good. Alright. Attribute list. Animal handling. So I have to figure out what here.
I still think there is a child in this well.
Ryan, do you want some advice on making this a bit easier?
The like he has a stat block, so I was just
Yeah.
looking up the stat block, but then trying to figure out like
Just-
cross reference
Just start by
a
rolling.
weird animal handling
Just
thing.
start by rolling the die, right? If it's really low, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Are you giving him advantage?
He's gonna get advantage because he's been with this cow for a very long time,
It seems
That's fair.
brutally fair.
and it adds wisdom.
And then proficiency.
How do I know what proficiency he has?
You would basically just make it up. Like, he's probably a farmer. He's probably not a high level character, so it's probably +2.
Okay, that sounds reasonable.
There you go.
boom.
Oh, there we go. As you tug at Petunia's rope slightly, she tugs back a little bit and indicates that she'd like to stay on the farm with a loud moo.
Arr. She is chosen.
You take care of Caillou.
Oh wow!
Gonna just murder him?
Me come
Take
back.
care of Petunia.
Me come back. If Caillou is sad, me
There's
will
help.
be worse than orc.
I mean, we could just murder everybody and collect all the bounties, and then murder the dragon.
Oh, don't listen to the killbot. That's what it always says about everything.
And click on this ad, free shipping.
I leave
Alright,
the,
so-
the ranch
Arr.
hiding tears.
Don't feel too bad, big guy. I lost a slutty dolphin the same way.
Slutty. So as you leave, you can see you turn and see Big Al is just overjoyed that his cow Petunia is there and seems to be petting her and
He's
walking
just
her towards
banging
the
the
boat.
shit out of her.
Kev,
Sorry.
what's going on, man?
Sorry.
It's okay, Gavin. We've all been there.
You have to turn the camera on if you're gonna make jokes like that.
All right. So you guys are leaving in the mid morning. As you gather your belongings and mount the horses, you notice Omnom carrying a big sack of orc steaks,
Just like flies everywhere.
Just flies everywhere. It's not a great smelling sack, but you know, to each their own, I suppose. And you begin heading out along the Tribord Trail. The weather is generally fairly nice as you look towards Phandalin. Oh, here, let me. You guys are out of Butterskull Ranch now. So as you look towards Phandalin, the weather looks fairly nice. Maybe partly cloudy, reasonable temperature. Around Icespire Peak and the Sword Mountains, you can see it's quite cloudy, and then the hills to the north of Butterskull Ranch again have some tall dark clouds surrounding them and kind of at the base of them. So how are you guys traveling? You're on horseback now?
We're still short a few horses, right?
Thought we found some.
Nope. You found, if I recall, you found 3, and you had lost 2 previously. So you actually, I think, still have an excess of 1 horse. 3 of them are branded BAK, but I mean, you kept them far enough off the main part of the ranch that he just assumes they're gone.
I guess we're just gonna go at a normal pace.
Okay, normal pace. Seems reasonable. I will have. Is there someone leading the pack? Is there someone at the back? What's?
Where's I'm not mute because I'll be furthest away from him.
I would say he's probably bringing up the rear. No one seems to want to travel behind him, given the smell coming off of the large sack of orc steaks that he's carrying on his back while he rides this horse. To be honest, even the horse seems a little disturbed and is trying to quicken the pace slightly to keep its nose out of the bad smell. So I will have who's at the front? Is that me?
Sure.
If you're the furthest away, I will have you make a perception. Actually, I'll probably have everyone make a perception check.
Yeah, we all have eyes.
Right. We are missing
The
Rowan.
orc.
Rowan and does Borbs, do you still have
I only have Kandarg.
You only have Kandarg? Okay. Does someone want to take over Nam Yumu for a short period? Eric sent a message saying he's got kids screaming, so.
Why do kids scream so much?
Immediate attention.
Listen, Radosh. If I knew that, I wouldn't have spent 2 hours getting so frustrated last night.
You would have wrote a book and been a millionaire. Anyway, I digress.
2 hours, Radosh, of my oldest child scream crying.
You can give me Namyam to roll his stuff if you want.
8:30 and 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
And do you know what it was about?
Waffles?
His blankets were wrinkly when he moved around in his bed.
Yeah, that happens.
They wrinkled too much when he moved around and wouldn't stay perfectly flat if he moved.
Okay.
Can't make this shit up.
No, I know, but
It's
he's
a real life situation.
he
Alright, let's put Punk on here.
He's right.
Punk. See. There we go. He should be in your thing. So, do you mind doing a perception check for him?
He perceives with great. Oh shit! I needed to also change my.
That's okay. I think it worked because the calculation's different than yours.
Yeah, the calculation is legit, but it needs to.
That's fine.
Asterisk.
Okay, so as you begin to take your journey from Butterskull Ranch, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. It just seems to be a run-of-the-mill day. And so you begin traveling westwards towards the deserted or ransacked town of Coneyberry. As you're about the group's about halfway between Butterskull Ranch and Coneyberry. Sorry, I guess you guys can't see this. GM info overlay. Token layer. Token. There we go. So this is where you were, over at Butterskull Ranch, off to the right here. So as you begin traveling towards Coneyberry, you hear a familiar and terrible screeching sound.
Uh-oh.
It's a sound you've heard before, and as you turn and look northward from where the screeching is coming from, out from behind a dark cloud reaching far up in the mid-morning sky, a huge figure swoops down, and it flattens the fields as it passes overhead with the sheer force of the wind from its wings. And the creature, which you can easily identify as a dragon from your past encounter with said dragon, lets out another terrible screeching sound, and seems to be swooping purposefully towards your group. Your your you're about 1,000 feet away via hypotenuse to the flying dragon.
Well, it's far.
That's a reasonable distance, but its scream is something terrible and chills you to the bone.
Is there like woods nearby or something we can make a break for, or like a cave?
So you're in the middle of the Tribord Trail. There's not really you're not close enough to Neverwinter Wood to be able to easily dip to Neverwinter Wood. You're between Butterskull Ranch and Coneyberry, right in the middle. There are a couple of trees, but they're not significantly large. They might obscure one or two targets, but in general, it's kind of an open area that you're in. There's a few little rock outcroppings, but nothing really significant in terms of hiding places.
Well, perhaps we should gallop at full speed and attempt to outrun it.
I'm with you.
What else are you gonna do?
Fight. We are ready.
Oh, I guess you would say that.
Right, so are you kicking spurs and charging into the into the dragon or into the opposite direction or
I'll activate my various shadow abilities to prepare for battle.
Oh, we are fighting. Okay.
Well, I don't know. Like,
There's,
we gotta vote for war, 2 for running away.
is there anything? There's nothing to hide around. You said.
No.
there's nothing that everyone could hide in. You think you could obscure a couple of you, but like it's a group of 6 adventurers with 7 horses, so it's kind of a large crowd in an open area. The dragon closes in to about 800 feet.
I just create one of my echoes. I create an echo 30 feet to my right.
Okay.
It's there.
All right, the indecision is painful, so it seems like we're fighting this thing at this point.
Well, there's no use in running. It's too fast. We'll just have
Well,
to.
we haven't tried. Yeah.
Nope,
Yeah.
but the indecision means it's not going to happen.
People with brains need to make decision.
Two arrows. Namyam goes through his bag of steaks and like shuffles the meat and then finds like the only piece which is not being eaten by like maggots and worms in his bag of rotten meat, and then he takes a bite.
Poison the dragon with
Just
the
spread
rest.
out a bit.
Yeah, let's at least spread out. I agree with that.
Okay. So I will get you guys to come over to the landing page here. And I guess put yourself in some sort of rough order or formation. I know we had me towards the front and Namimu towards the back. And the back would be the dragon's coming up from behind you, so the back would be closest to the dragon.
We need to spread out. Can we zoom out? This is tiny. What are the measurements?
It's just a landing page, so it's what you
Aye.
get. Okay, so Nam is probably at the very back here.
What? That's the back?
Yeah, because the dragon is coming up behind you.
Oh, so this is the
Back
front.
attack.
Yeah, so the front is over towards like the other characters here that are in the woods.
Somebody's got to marshal this, Ryan. We're
All
just
right.
doing nothing here.
All right, I'm just making sure you guys are happy with your positioning.
There's no rhyme or reason to it.
No rhyme or reason, nor should there be. So, and I have to pull up. Okay. So the dragon at this point is roughly 600 feet away and coming up behind you quickly. You figure you probably have only a moment to prepare yourself for the incoming dragon.
Can I take an action?
Get ready in action, probably, right?
You can take or ready in action. I'm going to give you guys kind of a free turn, noting that he's 600 feet away, so you have a little bit of lead time.
I'm gonna summon my Eldritch Cannon. It takes an action, and it looks like this. I built this like clockwork dragon turret man.
Gonna be next.
Cool. Is it something that you like move around on the screen or anything?
Yeah, it can move like 10 or 15 feet.
I'm gonna
It has
move
a
like.
bunch.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'm gonna move out to the side and try to hide.
Okay, I'll get you to roll a stealth. You disappear into the mist. Your cloak just happens to be very similar to the color of the ground and grasses around it, and you basically disappear without a trace.
Here I shall stay for the rest of the
Are you hiding?
I yield the fight.
fight.
I guess I might as well drink that cold potion
Oh
that
yeah.
I didn't forget about.
How about we? I'm going to drink this. Maybe not. Maybe we don't need it. The hill giant strength.
Don't drink that until that dragon is on the ground, at least.
Yeah. Because like we might scare him away with our powers. So.
I'm gonna ready a hex spell for when he gets within 60 or 90 feet, I guess.
And I'm going to ready an attack.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna ready an Eldritch Blast instead.
I assume this is a pretty small dragon, Kundarg.
Oh yeah, it is. Let me just see. It's a small or tiny eldritch cannon within 5 feet.
All right, here you go. You now have control of your little eldritch dragon.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna name him
tokens.
Bims 2.
A lot to live up for.
He does.
Yeah.
All right.
But BIMS stands for something. I need to come up with like a, what do you call that?
Acronym.
Acronym for what it stands for.
Right. So
I'll get back to you.
Okay, that sounds reasonable. So as you each start to prepare your actions and kind of ready yourself for this this incoming white dragon threat.
Can I prepare my longbow action instead of my sword? My bow.
Yeah, you could prepare your bow if you prefer. What's the range on a longbow? I'm pretty sure it's about 600 feet.
Oh, I can
It's
strike
pretty
him.
long.
That's the
It's pretty
long.
long.
That's the long distance.
Yeah.
At least 120.
I think it's 200 to be.
Yeah, I
take
think
a
it's
number
200
out of the top of my head.
with
This is. Yeah, I didn't mean it. Right?
150, 600. 150, 600.
There you go.
So 150 is the short range, 600 is the long range.
600. You're correct. Yeah. So I'll wait.
Okay. So as you await the dragon incoming, he makes a deep swoop and hoot. So Chipunk, you had a action ready to fire your bow. Lemurak is hiding. Me, what were you doing?
I didn't have anything prepared yet.
Okay. Well, you're out of time now because he's swooping in. And Rowan, what were you preparing? Kundar
An
got
Eldritch
his little
Blast.
guy. Preparing. What's the range on an Eldritch Blast?
120.
120. Okay. So, he climbs very high up in the air and seems to get further away from you. and then goes into a deep nosedive, coming straight down upon the party. So I will allow Chipunk and Rowan to take their readied actions.
Can I use the roll which I clicked just now?
I guess like it's there if you clicked it.
But
Here.
it was before the time.
So a 21. A 21 is a hit. You do 8
You kill it.
damage.
It's dead.
Yeah, it falls down lifeless.
A 7 with your Eldritch Blast is a miss, Rowan. And the dragon, as he makes his very steep descent, breathes out an icy blast of breath, and because he's coming from so far away, it doesn't seem to be as powerful as you might expect. But I'll have how far off the path are you, Lemurak?
30 feet, I guess, as far off as I could get in a turn.
Okay. So I'll have Kundarg, Rowan, me, and Chipunk make Constitution saving throws. And Rowan, did you drink that that potion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Constitution save. Oh,
Ooh.
it's not good.
Not good either.
What am I rolling? Sorry, Constitution.
Constitution saving throw.
Nice.
Oh goodness, I've closed my window here. All right, so
Ooh, 13.
so me and Nom will each take 10 damage.
It's cold damage, obviously.
Cold damage, yeah.
Ooh.
And Kundarg, Chipunk, and Rowan would each take 20 damage.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, yeah,
and
half
Rowan-
damage.
Yeah, you've got resistance, so I think yours is half as well. That's what resistance does, right? That's what I
Yeah.
was trying to cross-reference over here.
Mhm.
but-
I think we just have to run. I'm almost dead.
20 damage? Nice. I mean, not nice.
And that's at huge range as well.
But it has to recharge now, so I mean that's metagame thinking about.
We're good. I mean, if we cannot take one turn of beating, what kind of heroes are we?
So after he breathes out this this cone of cold breath, he lands on the ground just behind you, and lets out a mighty screech, one that causes everyone listening to shiver in cold and
Oh.
pain from the shriek. And you guys can roll initiative.
Where is.
Where is this dragon in relation to us now?
So he is about 20 feet behind. Well, how far is this?
Is he
No.
in relation to where it is here?
He's on the ground. Yeah, he's on the ground. He's about 20 feet behind Omnom.
Do you think you might be able to turn on the grid here? you probably go into the cog on this page, and it'll be like a little checkbox. Then we can count squares, and it'll be.
Okay. Okay.
The cog like in the top.
On
Right
like your
corner?
for this page, like you know you have a menu of
Okay,
pages
okay.
as a DM, right? And on this page, there'll be a little cog next
Got
to
it.
this page.
There we go. How's that?
Ooh,
Perfect.
tiny.
That work? Oh, you guys are a little bit big. Here, we'll shrink you a little. Okay, I can't shrink your cog dragon there. Kundarg.
That's okay. We'll just pretend that he's small.
Alright, so he should be. There we go. I think that's roughly
So is
roughly
he?
close.
Is he huge?
He is large.
So he should
Large.
be 4 squares. 2 by
4
2.
squares.
Ooh, tiny dragon. Oh my god, so cute.
A young little baby dragon here now. Seemed really scary, but now he's been shrunken down because of the grid, and he's much more reasonably sized. How do I figure out what his initiative modifier is here?
If it doesn't,
I think
if it doesn't have one, then are you using D&D Beyond?
No, I'm just using the sheet from within.
Well, if it's not listed, it would just be whatever plus its dexterity bonus.
Okay. All right, Kundarg, you may lead us off with some sort of move against this young white dragon.
Oh boy. Okay, so my first move is I'm gonna do my bonus action first, and my little robot man, he's gonna stand right here, which should be 10 feet between the 4 of us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna allow that?
Yeah, you guys are 10 feet away now that he's
Okay.
in the middle there.
So now, as my bonus action, I'm going to use my Eldritch Cannon to do Protector. So everyone gains 10 temporary hit points to each creature within 10 feet of the turret.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
That's my bonus action. And for my action, I'm going to cast a spell. And. Oh, jeez. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Nice.
Are we within
Classic.
60 feet?
Whatever it is, yeah, 55,
Yeah, okay,
45,
cool.
yeah.
I'm going to hit him with the old Fairy Fire.
All right.
Man, this
Got him with some
plugin
Fairy
is
Fire.
amazing. DC 13 Dex save.
All right. DC 13 Dex save. Oh, and he got a 14.
Ah, son of a bitch. Okay, that's it for me. Those are my moves.
All right, Lemurak.
Great. I will throw off my cape that was hiding me so well. And he goes, if a dragon
Take
would
more of
gasp.
that cape to hide me.
And
Cat saw me wave.
I'll run up to him and I will attack him with my new fancy rapier.
Charging in there. Ooh, 22 is a hit. 22 is a hit.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Look at you
So
go.
11 plus 3. And I'm going to use my bonus action, cutting action, to dash. And I'm gonna dash away.
Now, do you have something that would prevent an attack of opportunity here?
I do. If I attacked him, he cannot attack me back.
There you go. God
This is
damn
my
it.
fancy
Cat
footwork.
pirates.
It's my fancy footwork.
Sure. Yeah, fancy. Pretty fancy. Ass pirate.
Excuse me?
Alright. We are over to Chipunk.
Just to double check, it took 20 damage from his hit at the beginning, right? Or
That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will mentally command my echo to move 30 feet. Just like be here. Where? I think it's here. And then I will wait, this is the first time I'm doing this. I will swap as a bonus action. I will swap places with my echo. And then I will... Oh god. Wait, where was it? I think I'm missing. And I will move here. And I will strike the dragon. The little cunt he is. Rah! I teleport left, right, run! Okay.
Ten is a miss. I'm reading the rules. I got my turn. I can win. Okay, no, never. Oh yeah, shit. My echo is more than 30 feet away from me. My echo instantly disappears. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm in mercy of the dragon. Show me the money. Or unless I can action surge. Do I get another bonus action when I action surge?
I think it's just an action.
No. Okay, no, never mind. Then I will do nothing. I stand there facing the dragon.
Alright, road.
I will make sure that I'm within 60 feet. Yep. I will use a bonus action to hex the dragon. I curse him. So now I do extra damage. So I'll just add that to my Eldritch Blast damage, but I will then use my action to blast him. Ah, this rolls.
11. 11's a miss.
Oh, do we have advantage because of fairy fire or something like that?
Nope, he resisted it.
Oh, he resisted it. Damn, okay.
I'm gonna cast it again next turn.
Oh, I'll aim better next time.
Yeah.
It's 2 misses in a row.
All right. So the dragon will take a turn. Can I just ask a quick question of the more experienced DMs here? So Bob already identified that this breath attack has a recharge. Does that mean 5 or 6 rounds?
No, it means at the beginning of the round, you roll a d6, and if it gets a 5 or a 6, it gets that breath weapon back, and if it doesn't, then it doesn't.
All right. Well, he's got it back. So
Nice.
Well, this is the part where we die.
so
First 20 damage.
the dragon licks its lips and eyes the figure in front of him, holding a big bag of meat,
Oh no.
and makes kind of a. He doesn't quite fly, but he kind of hops in the air and uses his mighty wings to get up closer to Omnamu, and will make a bite attack. I do think he invokes an attack of opportunity from Chipunko if you wanted to take a swing.
I like
broke,
to.
broke coherency with you.
8.
Swing and a miss. So he. Oops.
Damn.
So he's going to make a bite attack. And he
That's
gets a
it.
15. Alright, so Nom is going to take 15 damage. And he becomes restrained. So the dragon has taken a bite at him and has kind of latched on to him and his bag of rotting orc parts.
So sort of like grappled, or
Sort of. I'm calling it restrained, though.
It's worse than grappled.
oh shit, oh shit. Namyam.
And that is the dragon's first turn. So Namyamu's turn.
So given my situation, what can I do to not be in it?
So when you're restrained, your speed is 0, and you can't get any bonuses to your speed. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and attack rolls you're making have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you can try and resist the restraint, or like get out of it, which is probably a dexterity saving throw.
So as an action, I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
that would be your action. Try and get out of the dragon's jaws.
Well, I think that's probably um, a better use because it's sort of yeah. I will try to get out of the dragon's jaws and get the fuck out. Can I bonus? Can I bardic inspire myself?
Uh,
I don't think
I don't
so.
know.
You can no. It says you can inspire others.
Others, there we go.
Yeah.
No
Huh.
self-inspiration for you.
You could inspire me.
Yeah, actually, before I tried to get out and kill, I was planning to do this. Me! Avenge my loss of orc meat! And I cast Bardic Inspiration on me. And as my action, I'll try to get out.
All right.
You said Dexterity saving throw?
Yeah,
With proficiency or without?
with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
Yes.
I disagree.
All right. You remain restrained for the time being. But you've inspired me with your kind words while being restrained by a dragon's teeth and jaws. All right, me.
All right. What is the dice on that inspiration dice? D6 or is it D8?
Bardic Inspiration D6. D8 is at 5th level.
Not quite able to get in range.
Not looking good.
Okay. What that was planned for. So I'm going to run up and shout out, Ancestors, help me! And I'm going to throw my boomerang. I'm going to rage. And then I'm going to throw my boomerang at the dragon. Oh, that's
18.
the wrong. It's the wrong thing, but it's the right score.
It's the right score. Okay, 18's a hit.
What about a 17 actually?
A 17's a hit.
Okay, yeah, that's the difference in those two things. Okay, so here's the damage.
So 7 damage there.
Yeah. Okay, so now that dragon has disadvantage on any attack that isn't against me. And when it does hit a creature other than me, that creature has resistance against the attack.
Oh, nice. 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 Good luck.
Sorry, say that again.
So now like this thing, because I hit it with my boomerang and I'm raging, it's like surrounded by my ancestral spirits that are like giving it disadvantage on any attack against any creature that's not me. And if it hits a different creature, then that creature has resistance against the attack.
Alright, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's just with this boomerang? Or is that
That's
like
just with
any
my-
ranged weapon?
When I attack, the first thing I attack on my turn when I'm raging,
Oh, okay.
that's what happens to that target.
Cool. That works out well when there's only one target.
Yeah.
Alright, Kundarg?
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try Fairy Fire again as my action. So DC 13. Burn in a second spell slot on this bad boy.
He is not having
my
any of that
God.
fairy fire.
Okay, well, and then as a bonus action, I'm gonna try flamethrower. So it's a 15-foot coin. So so I'm gonna move Bims 2 within 15 feet. There we go. And I'm gonna cast flamethrower attack as my bonus action.
Does it catch your own characters in it if it's like a template weapon?
Ooh, it says each creature. Okay, well, I'll do that next turn. This turn, I will, instead will fire the Force Ballista. So, Force Ballista. Ooh, that doesn't hit.
8's a miss. Yeah, that's.
Fuck. If it hits, it can knock creatures backwards.
But you rolled 2d8.
That wasn't. No,
What
that
is
wasn't an attack roll. That was damage.
Did it not work?
Yeah, when you look at your formula, you're just rolling 2d8. You rolled a 6 and a 2 to get 8. There's no d20 in there.
Oh, maybe I don't have to hit. Here we go. No, range spell attack. So I guess I roll a d. Oh, that's weird that the macro didn't work there. 1d20 plus my spell modifier. My spell modifier. And my proficiency modifier. Sorry, guys.
Unacceptable. You just
Plus
leveled up
5.
after 3 weeks later.
Oh my god.
Macros don't
Still
work.
got an 8 somehow.
Oh, he still got an 8.
Disgusting.
Well, 8's a miss. Alright, Lemurak.
Well, I mega failed.
Almost burned your friend, then missed more.
Alright. I'm going to run up to the dragon.
No tap and withdrawal technique.
Attack with my
16.
rapier.
16 is a miss.
That's unacceptable.
Oh, well, that would have worked.
Oh,
okay,
that
well,
would
I
have that would have one-shot the dragon right there. Too bad.
found the right button.
Happened between turns.
Sorry, guys.
Alright, I'm going to use my bonus action to withdraw. Tap and withdraw. Miss and withdraw.
Tap and withdraw. Alright, Chipunk.
Let go of the orc. Beep boop. And as I charge in, I use my bonus action to create my friend over here, which is giant.
There.
And then I strike at the dragon with my sword. 14 is a miss.
14's a miss.
However, I will unleash all the incarnations and strike again from my echo's position.
Ooh.
My God!
Swing and a miss.
I haven't hit once.
You and me, brother.
Alright.
I shake my fist.
Rowan, this dragon seems to sneer at the party as you guys continue to basically just throw your weapons at the ground near him.
Oh, well, he'll not escape my wrath forever.
We need to see if we can save it. No, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Sorry.
I guess I just blast him. I mean, one of these has to hit if I keep rolling them.
That one's a hit.
Yes!
17's a hit.
What? No, there's no way!
Oh, that's terrible.
There's no way!
That's
Oh my
god awful.
Oh,
Man,
no.
that's a disappointing roll. You managed to scratch one of his scales, seemingly infuriating him further.
No. Oh well. At least I hit him.
All right.
Yeah, more than.
So as you look on, as each of your comrades seems to miss or do very little damage, uh, the dragon makes a downwards move and leaps up into the air, firmly grasping Omnamu and his bag of orc meat in his teeth, and he invokes an attack of opportunity from Chipunk doing so.
This is not looking good, guys. Ah! Of course.
And you swing wildly as the dragon leaps off the ground, and he flies straight up about 200 feet, exactly the same direction from where he came down, and begins to head off into the mountains to the southeast.
With Omnamu?
With Omnamu in his teeth.
Oh no!
Oops.
Rescue mission.
Eric is gonna be so angry when he gets back from Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, well, at least he almost died.
Yeah, I was. To be honest, I was tempering the dragon's damage fairly significantly as well. That initial cone of cold probably would have just wiped everybody out.
I took 5 damage from that.
Well,
Nice.
it should have been a lot more.
Oh yeah.
Well, there you go. Your party is 1 member short.
What?
it
Oh,
seems.
so when we split the gold now, we get more loot.
Kidding.
Yeah.
Always
On the
looking
bright
on the
side.
bright side.
Get all of our food.
Forget a rescue mission.
Now what are we gonna
He
eat?
did have a big rotting bag of orc steaks.
That he didn't want to let go. He kept holding it as the dragon.
Well, he was holding it, but then I kind of pictured him taking some pretty serious damage from that bite and being caught in the dragon's gnarly frozen teeth. So there you go.
We
Well,
almost killed it though. We hit it, what, once with the Eldritch Blast?
To be honest, you guys did a reasonable amount of damage to it. Like, had you guys all hit for both of those turns, you do
If I had-
okay.
If I had got in there with the glaive,
The glaive. What we needed was some glaive action. None of this
Yeah.
boomerang nonsense.
the boomerang was key.
Yeah, the boomerang was pretty good. These tapping withdrawals, they gotta go though. Start laying spike traps around the countryside.
Yeah.
You back into a spike trap.
Nice.
So there you go. Eric had something to say as well, but I don't know what it was. So